If you are new to the channel, then subscribe the channel and press the bell icon for further notification. Okay student, welcome you all to this new lecture in gate measurement series. So today we will be solving 4 questions, question number 96, 97, 98 and 99. Okay, then let's try to solve these questions. Okay student, if you come to question number 96, what they are asking in question number 96 is that in an oscilloscope, the input to the horizontal plates is 100 Hz. They have given what is horizontal input voltage signal. As they sometimes is silent, so it is Lissajau pattern. ABC will be generated when different frequency voltage signals are applied to a vertical plates. Match each Lissajau pattern in the corresponding figures given by. Okay. So you have to find the frequency in the vertical signal. So you know fx by fy, that one we have discussed. So signal frequency at x, signal frequency at y is equal to number of intersection at t and number of y divided by x. So you start with one by one. For first one, you try to draw a vertical line so that maximum cut occurs. So if I draw a vertical line here, so maximum cut will occur. How many cuts? These 4 are the, don't go by these, these are the oscilloscopes, CRO's internal frame, that is your internal frame. Don't consider this as a lines, your signal. So your signals is this one. So you can see 1, 2, 3, 4. So there are 4 cuts. So in y-axis there are 4 cuts, and in x-axis how many cuts are there? Now again you draw a line which so that the maximum cut can occur. So you can draw, you think where you should draw here. So 1, 2. So the maximum horizontal cut you can have 2. So it is 2. And your x is given as 100. So what is your y? Now you can easily calculate. So this will be, so 2, 2, it will be 50. So that means your A is linked with, A Lissajau pattern will be linked with frequency P. A is linked with P. Next, similarly you can go with again 100 by question mark equal to, what is this vertical crossing? Again you check, you draw a line so that the maximum cut occurs. So if you start with, you see where maximum will occur. If I do with this, so maximum will occur 1, 2, 3, 4. So there are 4 cuts. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4. So there are 4 cuts divided by same. In horizontal you draw a line so that maximum cut occurs. So you draw somewhere here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that there are 6 cuts. So now you draw 6. So now you can draw again 2, 3, 50. So it will be 150. So that means your B will be linked with 150. 150 is S. Similarly, your 100 by the last one. So again, what will be its maximum horizontal cut can be somewhere here. If I give vertical cut 1, 2, so it is 2. So give it 2 divided by what is its horizontal cut maximum you can have. Suppose here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 horizontal cut. So divide by 6. So if you do this one again, so it will be 300. So that is your C is linked with U. So this is your answer. Now if you come to 97, 2 in-phase 50 Hz sinusoidal waveforms of unit amplitude are fed into channel 1, channel 2 respectively on an oscilloscope. Assuming that voltage scale, time scale, other settings are same for both the channels, what will be observed in the oscilloscope if you operate in the XY mode? So this one, yesterday also one lecture I have told you. I will show you in today's questions. One question is there. So if both are same signal, so whatever, however, if it is same height, same signal, and the scale is also same, so x is taken from this. So whatever x it attain here, same y it will attain here. So it will be always same this line. If it is a sinusoidal, then it will repeating in this one. Both are same, because the height it will take from x, it will take from this graph. So whatever height it attains, it will become x. Because it is same, so same height will be there. If it is at t1 second, it have attained 5 volt height, so here it will be also 5. So here x will be also 5, y will be also. So this coordinate will be 5, 5. So because it is x and y, and these are with respect to time. These two are with respect to time changing, but this is x and y. Eliminating time you are getting it here. X you are taking from here, y you are taking from here. So it will be a straight line which is inclined to 45. This is y equal to x line. So this angle will be always 45 because it is 5, 5, 5. So it is angle 1, tan inverse 1 is 45. So it is option D. A simple block diagram of 10-bit AD converter of dual slope integrator. Dual slope integrator, you remember, this was your dual slope integrator, this one, then this one up to T1, this is up to T2. first integrator and then de-integration. You can check that dual scope we have explained in detail in the theory. I will give a link to that one. So a 10-bit counter of the output is clocked by a 1 megahertz clock. So it is 1 megahertz clock is there. Assuming the negligible timing overhead for the control circuit, this time we will not consider. The maximum frequency of analog signal that can be converted using this AD converter approximately. So you can think it in this way. Because in integration time, what happens? In integration time, the counter completes its full completion. So it completes because your T1 is equal to 2 to the power n into clock time of a clock, one time period of the clock. So because it is counting suppose 8 states, so it will complete all the 8 states. 1, 2, 3, it will start from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So then again it's once it done, then it will go to de-integration mode. So de-integration mode, then it will start de-integrating and it will stop somewhere. Right? The position at which stop, that will give you the indication of the input signal. What was the magnitude of that input signal? So in that one you have seen the maximum because it is maximum frequency. So you can think of it is minimum conversion time. So what was the minimum conversion time? So minimum conversion time happens when T2 is equal to T1. That is 2 to the power n into clock time period. So this was the minimum conversion time. So that is the maximum frequency. You can think it out this way also. So 2 to the power n divided by what is clock frequency? It is 1 megahertz. So 1 into 10 to the power 6. So this is the maximum frequency that you can think of. So if you do this one, it will be, this is time period. So frequency maximum will be inverse of this one. So this one inverse. So it is 10 to the power 6 divided by 2 to the power, which will come near about 976, or that is you can say 1 kilohertz. So this is the maximum frequency that is near to this one. Exactly you will not get, you will get 0.98 or around this. So this will give you, because n is here 10 bit, so 2 to the power 10. So you will get this answer, 1 kilohertz. So that is your option B. 99. The reading of a 120 is obtained when standard inductor is connected, a reading of 120. The circuit of a Q meter. So now it is a, you can think it is a Q meter circuit, and a variable capacitor is adjusted to a value of 300 picofarad. Okay. A lossless capacitor, when you do this one, a lossless capacitor of unknown X is connected in parallel with the variable capacitor. The same reading was obtained when it is readjusted to value of 20 picofarad. Okay. So what is it is done? First it is a Q meter. So it is measuring first the inductor, whatever the circuit, that is Q meter circuit. So what is the Q value? It is getting 120. What is the Q for inductor? Omega L by R. The same reading, what is in case of it is XL by R and it is XC by R. In case of capacitor it will be omega CR, and the same reading is adjusted. You can see the circuit of the Q meter and the variable capacitor. Now they have a variable capacitor in the circuit. So its capacitance is adjusted to 300 picofarad, so that the reading remains same, 120. So this C value they have adjusted to 300 picofarad, then the reading remains same, 120. Now what they are doing, they are connecting another capacitor which is parallel to this, and now this time to have the same reading 120, what it is doing, because it is now C1 plus C2 or CX, C plus CX suppose. So what they are doing, they are changing it to 200, so that the reading remains same. It remains 120 with this one. So this one now they are making is 20. So now what should be this one? So you can divide these two and you can find it, or you can see what should be, because this one should be equal to 300, total should be equal to 300, then only this reading will come. So you can see that will be 100, or you divide this one 120 by 120, and this side this will be 1 by R omega, then 300 pico, then this side it will be R omega 200 plus Cx. So this will get cancelled, that is 1. So your Cx will be equal to 300 minus 200, that is 100 pico. If you like the video, then press the like button and please give your valuable comments in the comment section.